Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going through my home fragrance empties for the month of January. And I have quite a few non-scentsy items that I'm going to share with you. And then I'll do a separate video on my scentsy home fragrance empties. So for those of you that have subscribed, thank you for coming back. And if you're new here, click subscribe and you won't miss out on any of our future videos. So I'm going to start out with my Bath & Body Works empties. I got through 2 wallflowers of hot cocoa and cream and 2 of vanilla bean Noel. Now these I put together in one of the, I don't know if you're familiar with the wallflower plugs, there's one that has a duo and it'll change every so often to those scents. So I put 1 vanilla bean and 1 hot cocoa and cream, and then it alternates those scents in my living room. And the reason I went with these 2 is because I finished up a Goose Creek Cocoa Puffs. I did a review on this after a first burn in a previous video, but this I finally finished, burned all the way down. Not a whole lot of residue. I mean, there's a little bit on the glass, but it didn't soot terribly. I trimmed my wicks as well, and this one did very well. And it smells just like chocolate, so I figured that would be a good complement to those wallflowers. I also had this one going. I finished it, the Cocoa Crisps from Goose Creek. And again, that one burned all the way down to the clips. Not a ton of residue. It was a pretty clean burn. I don't even have soot on the lid. That's how I extinguish. I just put the lid right on and they go out. Don't blow out your candles. You'll have tons of smoke and stuff. So I use my lids. And then another one that I had going. So I had all 3 of these Goose Creek going to complement those wallflowers. And I finished up the peanut butter crisps as well. This one did not go all the way to the bottom, but it was pretty close. As you can see, there's just a little bit left. So I'm good with it. Those were pretty good performers, I have to say. I've had some Goose Creek that I'm not thrilled with. Okay, so also in some wallflowers, I got through an evergreen and a 'Tis the Season. So here's the 'Tis the Season. It actually got all the way down to the bottom. Some of them just don't. They quit like about here. But this one went all the way down. This was a 'Tis the Season, and then the evergreen. I was just pretty much done with it. But look at the color that wick, or this, I guess it's a wick, turned. It's nasty. So I was kind of afraid like it was gonna start burning or something because it's like black. So I just removed it. I was done. So I got through those 2. Oh, I have another one, another evergreen. Again, that wick is gross. All right, that's the only other wallflower I have. Okay, I got through a single wick of In the Stars. I did end up throwing it in my candle crock just to get the very bottom. It was a pretty good burn, and it smells really good. This one I had in my bedroom, so this one did pretty well in, it's not a super small space, but it's not a large open concept either. The scent notes on In the Stars is, this is really small, bergamot, champagne, night blooming, water lily, and pink salted amber. I didn't get a lot of amber out of this. I did get the champagne scent, which was lovely. And the water lily comes through as well. But yeah, In the Stars is a nice candle scent. I do not like it in the body care myself, so there's that one. I got through a Mary Madeline cookie. This one was new this year. I love the packaging on this. It was so pretty burning with these little cutouts. Gorgeous. The scent was amazing. And then it got kind of gunky towards the end, but it did go all the way to the bottom. So the wax ended probably about here. And I'm okay with that. I mean, it was pretty clean. There wasn't a lot of sitting going on. Fragrance notes in this: baked Madeline cookie, spiced almond, sweet orange, toasted coconut, You did get the orange at the very beginning when I first lit this. And then it started to get into that bakery scent a little bit more with the coconut. The more that I lit it, I probably got maybe 6 burns out of this, and I burn about 4 to 5 hours. So I'd say. Oh, and at the Goose Creeks, I got a lot of time out of those. Those burned a lot. They say that they get, let's see if it tells us on here, up to 60 hours. I would say every bit of that. Yeah, for sure. Those lasted a long time. I was kind of like, all right, I'm almost, like, I kind of started to get tired of it after a while. And I'm a person that once I start a candle, I try to just finish it before I go to another one. So I was like, okay, I'm ready to move on here with the chocolate scents. Another one I got through is Yankee Candle Sparkling Snow. A tumbler of this I got as a gift. I put it in my candle crock, so that's why it looks really strange. This lasted a really long time. This is a masculine scent. It smells like deodorant or, I don't know, a body wash or something for men. Very clean scent though for winter. So I just had that in my kitchen in my candle crock for a couple of weeks actually. I am just jumping all around. I said I was going to do Bath & Body Works first, but I'm just grabbing what I see here. Another Bath & Body Works. This is an old one from 2017. It's evergreen, but do you guys remember these metallic jars? And then it had the marble lid. I'm hanging on to the lid, but I'm going to recycle the jar because burned all the way down. Pretty flawless, I'd say. I mean, there's a little bit of soot there on the inside, but nothing terrible. I may have just let it go too long one day. And this is a very, very nice tree scent. White fir needles, fresh cedar wood, and sweet sap. And I had those in the wallflowers too. So this I burned, I think, at the very beginning of January, right after Christmas time, just to get rid of the tree scents and then move on. I have a couple homeworks. I finished up a candy cane martini. This one was from 2018. It had like the silvery lid. Love. And it has these pretty sparkly polka dots. And this was the Holiday Cocktails collection. Candy cane martini. Sweet peppermint, frozen vanilla, vanilla orchid. This, I didn't get any floral. I definitely got the peppermint and the vanilla. Very, very nice burn. Pretty much went all the way down to the bottom. The tunneling you see, that's probably my fault for not letting it pool out all the way with burns, and you really should let it pool out before you put it out. But I think I lit this and we were like, oh, we have to go to the store or something, and so I had to put it out before it fully pooled. But I really like this one. It'd be nice if you come back with this one. I don't think this ever came back. Good one. Another homeworks I got through was the Woodland Cabin, and that was in a dark gray hobnail. Very woodsy, smells like trees. Woodland Cabin. Nordic spruce, cypress, and frosted mint. It's just a nice, cool, outdoorsy scent. I love the glass too. I did have some tunneling issues in this one. What happens is sometimes the wicks, 2 would go out, I'd relight them. Another 2 would go out, I'd relight them. I don't know what was going on with this. This is from 2019. So I don't know what was happening. I was not a fan of the 4 wicks when they first came out. Who knows? It could be from one of those batches of the wicks, but burns 30 to 55 hours. I get about maybe 5 burns out of this, maybe 6, depending on how long. And again, I just use the lid to extinguish. It has the pretty lid. And you can even use it as a little pedestal to prop it up. The only problem I've noticed is when it's lit and then you have the lid underneath it, you have to pick up the candle carefully and then extinguish because got all that wax sloshing around in there. And I say this one for last because I'm very, very, very disappointed. My husband is from Colorado originally, and my sister got us this Homesick brand candle from Colorado. World's for Colorado. You know, it's supposed to give you the sense of your state so that you burn it and you feel like you're back home. Well, this is a hand-poured scented candle. I'm sure you guys have seen these they're on Amazon, and I think FTD Flowers or something has a package where you can order the flowers, you can get a homesick candle to go with it. It says it's made in small batches in the USA, natural coconut wax blend. I'm a wick trimmer, so that's not the issue. I always do. It says keep wax pool free of debris. Well, yes. Burn on a suitable surface and avoid drafty areas. And this doesn't even have the scent notes on it, but it was like a tree scent, like Colorado forest, whatever. Look at this soot. It did burn all the way to the bottom. I put up with the soot so that I could show you guys this. And I wanted to burn it all the way down just to see how it burned because I've never used one of these. But this is disgusting and not happy with it. So I will not purchase this brand again. So that was the Homesick. That's just gross that that's floating around in the air, but I wanted to burn it all the way down for a review. Won't purchase it again. But that is all I have for my home fragrance empties that are non-scentsy products. And basically these were done by the end of January. So I will post another video at the end of February and show you what I've got through at that point. So thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.